So let's please give a rousing round of applause to our good Alderman Walter Burnett.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Praise God. So you know, there used to be a song out that says, a house is not a home when there's no one living there. We have so many houses in the city of Chicago right now, and nobody's living in them. Nobody's living in them because they're foreclosed, because people have been evicted, because folks cannot afford to own a home. We're asking the city council and the administration to put aside some tip dollars so people can afford to get these homes, so people can live in these houses. We want to fill these houses up and make these houses homes. Since the last time we was here the other day, 3 to 4 more aldermen have signed on. So right now we're in the teens. Since passing out this ordinance, more and more aldermen are looking at it because it makes sense. It's common sense to utilize the only resource that we have in the city of Chicago right now to be able to make something happen with this tip. We cannot wait on the federal government. We cannot wait on the state government. We have to do something in the city of Chicago. The city of Chicago always has been a city of big shoulders. A city that has not waited on anyone to be in charge of the destiny of our future. We need to stabilize our community by getting people in these houses. And the only way to do that is by subsidizing the cost with tip dollars. Now we have millions of dollars sitting in a pot. We need to do something with those dollars to help get these houses off of the foreclosed list and also build more affordable housing. So what we're asking more of our colleagues to sign on to this ordinance. Everyone in the city of Chicago have foreclosures in their ward. Everyone in the city of Chicago have people who have lost their jobs. Everyone in the city of Chicago have people who can't qualify for a loan right now because the federal government the FDIC have raised the rates so high, it's impossible to get a loan. Well, the only way we're going to be able to help people to be able to buy homes, the only way we're going to be able to help people to be able to buy apartment buildings, the only way we're going to be able to allow for folks to have affordable apartments so people can rent is that we subsidize the cost with tip money. So we're asking today that the aldermen in the city council sign on to the Sweet Home Chicago ordinance because the house is not a home. Because the house is not a home if there's no one living there. Thank you very much.
All right, let's make some noise for Alderman Walter Burnett, please. Too often things happen in our communities that don't make sense, right? Things that, and as Alderman Burnett said, this makes sense. This makes sense. So let's make sure that we support this ordinance, that we in there today, so that every alderman can see that people all over the city of Chicago care about this issue. All right, from the North Shore to the far South Side. So give yourselves a round of applause. Make some noise for yourselves, please. Quick housekeeping piece. So we like to ask for folk to start lining up to go into council chambers. The reason is because we want to make sure the process that we get in there in an orderly fashion and quickly. You'll still be able to listen to the rest of the press conference and the rally, but we want to make sure that people can get into the to council chambers in an orderly fashion. So if some of the folk in the back can start lining up to go in, we appreciate it, because at 9:30 we're going to transition this to the Good Jobs Coalition. All right? Are there any other elected officials here? That's good. That's cool. So we're going to move. I'm going to pass it over now to Ms. Ivy, and we're going to start having some testimonies.
Let's give a shout out to all the aldermen who support Sweet Home Chicago. We share her story today is Miss Jackie Algie. She's with the SEIU. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody? All right. Wait a minute, how's everybody? All right, why are we here? We're going, when do we want it? Okay. I am proud and happy to be here in representation of SEIU, Healthcare Illinois, Indiana. We represent over 85,000 people throughout the state of Illinois. And a lot of those people are child care providers, home care providers, nursing home workers, as well as hospital workers who work every day trying to take care and provide services for folk who need them in our community. It is not right that these people should have to move out of the city of Chicago where they work in order to be able to afford to live. Is that right? They should be able to live where they work. These people have helped to build these communities. These are communities that we care about. All of the coalition partners that we have here today, we care about, we work with every day to help to bring this message up to the forefront and raise awareness and support that people deserve decent, affordable housing in this city. This is the city that works, right? And as Alderman Burnett, our lead sponsor, said, this is a good thing to do, but I submit that it is also a right thing to do. So I'm asking you today to continue to stand with us because we're going to make a difference. We're going to have a victory, not only for our members of SEIU, but for the entire city of Chicago because it is the right thing to do. Now we have Ms. Lizette Castaneda. She's with the LSNA Bickerdike. She would like to share a story for Zapata Apartments.
Good morning, everyone. Like she said, I am Lizette Castaneda and I'm the president of the Longest Square Neighborhood Association. And we are very proud members of the Sweet Home Chicago Coalition. We have partnered with Bickerdike Redevelopment Corporation. And for 5 years, we've been trying to build affordable housing in our neighborhood. For 5 years, we've been working at Zapata Apartments. For 5 years, we have been trying to build a home, a sweet home, for over 65 families in our neighborhood who need it. For 65 families who help build our neighborhood, who help make our neighborhood what it is, what it has become, and they want to stay in our neighborhood. This ordinance can make sure that we get the money to do this, that we get the money to help stimulate our local economy, to create jobs, and again, to create a home for 65 families, for women, children, for everyone in our neighborhood who needs it, and who deserves it, and who wants it. The city's been stalling us. A lot of people have been telling us that this should not get done, that this cannot get done, but it should get done. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. There's a lot of not in my backyarders, but you know what? This is our backyard too. And we want a Sweet Home Chicago, and we want a Sweet Home Logan Square. Viva Zapata!
Everybody all right? Yeah. When I say affordable, y'all say housing affordable.